There we go. Everything working? You never know. What's going on, people? Give me a heads up if anything's being weird, if things are not working as they should be. Yeah, it's been a little while. It's been a month and I want to say like 5 weeks maybe since I streamed last. So let's see how it goes here. What's going on, everyone? Ethan and Trust in the chat. We got a bunch of people on TikTok. We're streaming on YouTube. In theory, YouTube Shorts, but maybe YouTube Shorts isn't working yet. It's always weird. Let's see. No, it is working. Look at that. Magic. It's like magic. As usual, I don't know what the hell I'm going to be doing today. I got some projects that I need to do, but I'm going to push them off to the side. We're going to just kind of hang out and work on whatever. I have been doing, I'll show you some stuff I have been doing lately that's not Leathercraft, but there's all sorts of stuff here. Boink, boink. I made some stamps, some fabric stamps. Put on ink, stamp fabric, magic. My new horsey. This one too. I need to sand this a little bit more, but otherwise it's pretty good. And it's got good depth too, all my laser. As I do. Good afternoon from Farmington, Missouri. Hey, Michael. And hello from California. Ray from California. Poison some. Christopher Barnes. Yeah, lots of people hopping in. I guess it has been a while. Yeah. Anybody up to anything fun this weekend? Anybody working on anything good? I haven't tried embossing leather with these, but I have done some embossing with... I did these. Also done with my laser. It's hard to see this, but... Oh, this is the old one. Where's the new one? I don't know where the new one is. I might have thrown it away because it was just a test, but I made some acrylic stamps. Pretty. This one's pretty shallow. But oh, hey, we do have a. I do have one of those stamps that I haven't used yet. Is that the word I want to say? Haven't used? No, it was like a seconds. It wasn't totally awesome. So why don't we see how it works? I've got this one here. Pretty deep. I can't remember what was wrong with it. Probably very little. I just inverted this weird on here. I was being a little silly. Let me see. Let me grab my giant new press. Giant enough. It's very heavy. Quite heavy. This is almost too big for it, but we're gonna do it anyways, because why not? Just gonna wet this. Lots of cool stuff. Finishing the belt order. Jason's finishing up the belt order. Michael's sewing a leather jacket for his son. And Ray's doing some owl carving with redwood loge trumps? Stumps? Loge trumps. Log stumps. Wait, that's supposed to be stumps. Oh, yeah, it is. You corrected it. I just needed to read a little further. It says it's wrong because it is not here at my house. Seriously though, what is the cost of getting those templates made? These, I am going to probably start selling them, but I don't know the cost yet. I'll probably be doing them out of acrylic because it should last longer. And this is a cool. I'm gonna do a video on this press. It was like 250 bucks. There's a bunch of them on Amazon, and they have a wide range of sizes. This is kind of like the middle one, I guess. Let's see if I have enough lift here. No, I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna put this in. But this is a pretty big stamp for this press, so we'll see how it goes. Then it just locks in. And, you know, I would leave this for a while, but we're not going to do that. We're going to rush everything. We're not really doing anything. Is the leather case? Case, no. I just wet it real quickly. We're just doing a test because somebody said, can these stamps I made for fabric stamping, can they do leather embossing? I'm like, probably. So we're just testing it real quick. I would not call it case. I would call it wet. It hasn't been sitting in a bag or left at all. Ezanel says, is this the mythical Dark Horse Workshop stream, unseen in ages? Pretty much, yeah. That is fair. That's a fair statement. We're gonna try and pick it up here. It's November and December is crazy for me always, but this time it was just bonkers. It was like there's a lot going on. Let's see what this did with just like that little brief thing. Holy, well that actually turned out pretty nice. It's not super deep, but it's pretty cool. I wonder if I can get it a little deeper. I wonder if I can even find the spot to connect it. Probably not. Oh, fuck it. So that's pretty cool. Chunk. So one of the things I'm going to do, you know, I've been doing laser cutter stuff for a while now. And I love engraving some leather, but I think what I want to do going forward, as far as if I can like, is whether it'll hold antique. This will, well, if you antique it, sure, I'm sure it'll hold something. Is it deep enough to? You mean like get in all the grooves? I would say yes. This is such a quick test. I would have to say yes. I didn't leave it in there very long. I didn't adjust the height of this. It might have been at its minimum pressure, because like there's obviously a certain distance. Where's my button? Boom. Oh god. Oh god. This thing is really heavy. So you can adjust the bolts and move this down if you've got stuff that you want to get the lever down more, or you can put stuff under it to stack it up more, which is probably the easier way to do things. Honestly, that's what I've been doing. This came in a really weird crate. For good measure, probably. So I've just been stacking it up. And honestly, this turned out way better than I thought it would. This looks really cool. Very cool. Rushed. Very rushed and very cool. And it's a huge stamp for this, like, got a good impression. Alright, let's move this. Don't fall on my feet, please, my little toesies. get sent a lot of stuff, I bought that. So I'm gonna do a video on it. Maybe put up an affiliate link and people can think about that kind of stuff. Because my hands are really grimy. One second. I'm gonna do a quick wash and then I'm gonna put some lotion. The leather saga says either way the lines are super clean. They are super clean, and for not casing it all, like I just coated it in water, threw it in, and stamped it. So, what kind of wood is the stamp? This one. This was Baltic birch. Baltic birch, 3/8 inch Baltic birch plywood. If you can find some 3/8 inch like maple or I think somebody said beech wood, which I've never even heard of. Supposedly those are really good for laser cutting stamps because you're worried about the glue. My laser at 3/8, it'll do this. 1/2 inch is starting to get a little sketchy. Yeah, I've got all these beautifuls. And I can probably do 1.5 hours. I do 3 passes with the engrave and 3 passes with the 3 passes with the engrave and 3 passes with the cut. And then made the little so they're facing the right way so you know which way your little horsey is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm quite excited about them. And I'm excited about this. Very neat. I like the inverted image too. It's cool. Now that I've washed my hands, now I gotta put a band-aid on right away because I've already my finger's already split. Great stuff, fingers. Bear with me. And so the first stamps I made were on my weak grade Vision. My 45 watt weak grade Vision. This isn't a big commercial, by the way. It's just the first stamps I made were on my weak grade 45 watt Vision. Weak grade Vision 45 watt. And then these ones are on my Thunder laser. Is the music too loud? I just love music. I'll turn it down if people want me to. Come on, finger. There you go, buddy. Look at you all wrapped up. Isn't that beautiful? I will be entering a leather purse in the Leather Debut Leather Contest in 2026. My first time entering. Very cool. Yeah, Michael, come a long way. Nice job, man. Everybody's popping in and popping out of TikTok. Obviously, because it's just my face. I should just have stuff here, so people at least go, "What the hell is that?" While we just ramble and talk, so people, as they slide through the tickety talks. We are currently on. I think we're on. Are we on Twitch? I don't see any Twitch, but Twitch is probably slow. Oh, yes, we are. Cobalt Reaver just cheered 100. You know what? Nobody ever cheers on my Twitch. I don't really have my Twitch set up properly. That's probably half the battle. Is I'm streaming everywhere, but not really locked in like I should be on Twitch with more entertainment. Good timing though. Did you do that before or after I said there's nobody on Twitch? What else can I, like, I'm just trying to get back into the groove here. I've moved my shop around since, I should bring that other camera over. Move the garbage can. I did like a bit of a shop I'm gonna show you my new toys just because they're awesome. One sec. Did a bit of a shop readjustment. Laddering away. So much stuff in the way. Running out of space. Oh, thank you, Cobalt Reaver. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Michael says, one day I will make the leather armor using Dark Horse's pattern. Awesome. Love it. Alright. I'm going to... I'm going to put this on the thing that I was going to do. It's a lens. That's what I was... I'm like holding it, trying to decide what to do with it. Very funny. Just so I can show you my toys. Because I want to show you them. Because they're awesome. See if it works. Is this plugged in properly? Ah, look at that. Other than my big face is in the way of the filter box. So I've got the Thunder Laser in here now, which is awesome. And it's quite the beast. But the problem was, I bent out of a 3-inch, 4-inch pipe, and the Thunder vents out of a 6-inch, and then my X-Tool air purifier was pretty small. It's great for the weak rate, but not for this freaking thing. So then I was talking to Filterbox. I'll move my camera a little bit. Alright. Doesn't even do what I wanted it to. And so I was talking to Filterbox for over a year trying to get them to send me a filter box, and they finally did. And it is amazing. Again, not a plug, but yeah. What? Suppose I got kicked off of TikTok for community guidelines. What did I even do? Did I swear? What is TikTok's so weird? I'm gonna try and connect. Why would that do that? I'm gonna try and do it again anyways. Very strange. I don't know what happened. Maybe it'll just kick me off again. I love companies that give you no information about what you did wrong. Jason says, any updates on the segmented women's cuirass? Well, now I can get back to starting it more. Because I've been very busy. Who needs a women's cuirass? I will eventually, for my sister-in-law, when you could have shoe covers instead. Oh yeah, that's true. We could do some shoe covers. If I did not have that stroke, I would have never tried doing leather work one-handed. That's a way of looking at it, certainly, for sure. It's pretty impressive that you're doing one-handed. Anyways, the filter box is awesome. So well, I'm gonna do a little spill. So the X-Tool goes into the X-Tool. The We Create goes into the X-Tool air purifier that vents outside, just because it's nice and easy. The filter box just vents into my shop, and I barely smell anything. So it's been pretty awesome. Anyways, that's my spiel. Oh yeah, we were last time. Where's my? Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the cuirass. Apart a little bit here on me. I should really whip one of these up on the laser. It wouldn't take long. No, I could just do that. My hair crazy. Hey, let's see here. Can I smoothly... Actually, I'm going to turn my laser on because I want to know how loud it is for you guys. Because I'm curious. And what if I have... If I can put a noise filter on it. Or at least I'm going to turn the filter box on. Can you hear the filter box going? My microphone shows that it's not at least enabling it with the noise. And is my noise suppression actually doing anything useful? You just hear music. That's awesome. I like to hear that. That's very cool. Can I just let's see here. Fiddle. What is it? I clean up and I lose everything. And I have garbage. More garbage. Alright. Michael just hears music. That's good. We should do something. Oh, I was gonna moisturize. Anybody have any suggestions on what to do? You know me, I'm not very organized. I try to be. I keep telling myself I'm going to be super organized, and then I don't be super organized, so. Make a winder glove. A winter glove. Gloves and me are not a thing. Gloves and footwear. I'd like rather avoid those and leave those to people who make gloves. Is there somebody? Do people that make gloves, are they called anything specific? I don't know. Cobbler versus... I'm curious. Ray says, I'm about to embark on creating some wood block for printing on fabric and paper. Is that too elementary? You gonna carve it, or it's not elementary? I mean, everything's awesome. Great that you're doing that kind of stuff. Maybe I'm going to cut out. I want to cut out. I'm going to pull up my pattern for this breastplate and see if I actually put the. See, now I want to. I kind of want a bigger press already. A new kidney pouch? M Drizzle says new kidney pouch. What a terrible idea. I do have two. Where is my laser patterns? Lasers. Cuirass. What is it? Cuirass 4? Alpha? Medium? Yes, it is. Have I moved even the... I haven't even moved the art over to it yet. Good job, me. My uterus art. If you know, you know. Create a method that reminds me to put gloves on when dyeing leather. That's funny. I had gloves on one day. I was using, like, just rubber palmed gloves because I like using them for hand sewing. And then I forgot that that's all they were, and I was just, like, using a a big piece of sheep's wool, and I just had black all over my hands. It was terrible. Glovers made gloves. Well, that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Parago says, I'm a little behind in the video, but the stamp looks great. My library was able to 3D print my logo as a stamp for a few bucks. Works great on my leather wallets and catch-alls. Nice. Yeah, my plan is to, if you catch up to us here, Parago, my plan is to do both dyeing blocks and acrylic stamps off my website with all of my art, because I've got all that art I can use, so I might as well, hey, if you want horsey stamps, I've got like Viking-esque horse stamps and ravens and bears and knotwork, which could be pretty cool. I always told myself I didn't want to make anything else, but, you know, I mean, like, as far as, like, making stuff to sell, I like making stuff and selling the pattern to people. What are we doing here? I'm gonna see if I have leather for this. I'm gonna try and cut it out with my laser. I'm not gonna try and cut it out. Let's cut it out. That is very heavy. What is this? Maybe? Maybe. Alright, time to make a leather mess. Definitely not. Hey. This is probably pretty good. What is it? Six? 8. 7.5. Covered in brands and hair? Oh, that's when I had I needed to use a beaver pelt in a project. There's still hair from it here. Jason says, don't wear gloves often because it's difficult to find XXL gloves. Jason's over here bragging. Needed to find a way to tell us how gigantic his hands are. I don't have a lot of bed stand here. Somehow, I don't know how that's a thing. Maybe I do have to just go with the thicker stuff. It's not that big. Yeah, it's 10 out. One of these, my laser didn't like it last time. And I wrote a big NO on it as a reminder not to use it. Alright. I get hives, I think, from... speaking of needing gloves, like, I start touching Vegetan and I get weird. No wonder my hands are all fucked up. My nose. Underneath? There it is. Let's see if it's going to be cooperative or not. I know you're thinking, what are you just doing that for? Because I got to put a chunk of leather in my laser. I also haven't really tested it on, I haven't dialed in all the settings yet on this Thunder, so we'll see how this goes. And we'll also see how it handles, the filter box handles the stink, or I'll see. Bear with me while I set this up. Bum, 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 bum. Patterns, lasers, 4M alpha. I don't have everything set up right to show you my desktop. Alright, we've got... focus it as well. Switch to it. Oh, glad I checked this. Cut that. This might be chaos, we'll see. We're gonna do one pass. If it doesn't work, we'll add an extra pass to it. Well, Thunder's amazing. It's just a different level. It's a very big machine. I will say that it is large. But so far it's been pretty cool. I'm needing to learn. Can you guys hear this now? Can you hear the laser going? I'm needing to learn a lot of more stuff about Lightbird because it's like Xtool software is pretty basic, but it gets the job done. And but to have things set up perfectly in Lightbird, you need to fiddle a little more. More fiddling for more features instead of a nice basic package without fiddling is what I would compare those two softwares to. So we'll just see how this does as far as cutting out. Like, even just one thing I've realized now is I can set it up to do 2 passes of a cut, and then the second pass the whole bed will raise to give it more depth for the focus. So that works really well. I like that. Nicholas says, trying to get my lady to join the stream. She's been leather working for about a year. Very cool. Love it. We're rocking along now. But yeah, that, you know, all the holes are done, all the edges are clean. 10 ounce, it's pretty good. So now that I've tested it, I'm going to put the rest of it in there, deal with it while we hang out, and then I can also try and smell the smell. Is this the back I'm doing? Oh, it is. 3 elements access suspended. Again, from TikTok. Few details. Restrictions. Active. History. Doesn't say anything. No idea. I hate TikTok anyways. I'm gonna fit all this on. Ooh. Solid waste of leather. I like it. Where we at here anyways? I need to set up my... I have another monitor here, I just haven't set it up yet. A third monitor. I did. Yeah, I did. I left the other pattern on there. Nice. That's awesome. I do sand my edges after I've cut it, but I always bevel first. It gets rid of some of it right away. And then you get access to the center line a little easier. Leather's kind of shitty. Shitty. It's been about 2 years. Cool. Very cool. Thank you for subscribing here, Vicky Lee, if you're in chat, because I assume that I will get subscriber notifications even from people just watching videos and subscribing. What's going on? What am I doing? Oh yeah, feeling like motorized today. Hey, I want to know anything about math, I'm your guy. I've got math 10A. That does not stand for advanced, by the way. It feels a little dinky. I'm going to do the front of the floor as well. I think I will hit this with the wheel sander. This is just going to take an unnecessary amount of time. Let's see what's going on over at the... Get there. Nice. Once again, use stuff. I don't know, like, it's funny. TikTok keeps knocking me off, and then I can just rejoin. I don't understand why it's knocking. It's like not giving me any information. It's not banning me. It's not doing anything. Just keeps doing it for whatever reason. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe TikTok's got a multi-stream ban? No, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't know why TikTok's being weird. Wondering if you have any tips or suggestions for tools. Oh, something I have trouble with is that my hands don't like to work. Of course, I fell in love with the craft. It is all hands. I have compression gloves, invested in a Creality 10-watt engraver. My hands also don't like to work. I wear gloves as much as I can. I lotion a lot. And then I make sure I have sharp tools. I'm always, even new blades, I'll strop new blades with jeweler's rouge. Again, I've got the laser cutter engraver going on as well. Yeah, right tool for the job. Proper workbench. Sharp tools. All help with the hands. Hand sewing. Make sure your holes are big enough. Oh, did it finish? One second. I'm going to grab the parts. Look at that. Looks great. You'll notice I put a left glove on all the time for this, just because my hands also don't like touching leather anymore for some reason. Little contact dermatitis. Chan says I've been avoiding stitching because it's really difficult on my hands. I do a lot of riveting with a press. Press is good. Make sure if you're doing hand stitching, make sure you have a stitching pony. It's a good call. It's dirty. course, I've done all the stitching holes, so I guess I'm doing the full meal deal here. I'm stitching and riveting it. For not a huge amount of reasons to do that, but other than it looks cool. You know how it is. Might as well make it look cool. That's what I always say. Better to look cool than be functional. There you go. And all that was says form over function. That was when I was fighting in the SCA. Well, when I still am. But I always wanted to have a cool looking kit, so at least I could die looking really cool. Cool armor is my goal. Leather is interesting. Yeah. Not a lot of crispness to it, I would say. Lacking crisp. Lacking crisp. Wipe this on? Sure. Dark horse shirt. I am still wondering what TikTok be doing to shut my stream off. Or, I mean, what I would be doing to have TikTok shut my stream off repeatedly without banning me, but just shutting it off. You're not doing things right. What am I not doing? I don't understand, TikTok. Help me with the ticketies. Pocketies. I don't understand this newfangled dandled technology. Michael says, when I was in the SCA, I had the hardest time getting any mace qualification because I was fighting one-handed. You had it. You can use a one-handed mace though. What do you mean? I guess I could set up the other bits to be cutting. They required that? That's silly. People are funny. Well, they overthink stuff, you know? It's supposed to be fun. Supposed to be fun for the whole family. Yeah. Delete the parts that I've already made. Alright, put this up here. Delete this. Move this over here. One, Focus on the stuff. 3. All right. Doing a pretty good job so far of cutting stuff. And I mean the smell. Jason says, got my daughter watching as she is starting her course this weekend. Very cool, very cool. See how this turns out. I haven't played around with it since I did it, so. What else do I need to do here? Figure out some art. Where's my tablet? I just need to move the art over to my computer so I can put it on the chest. Good. Good. Bear with me. Is there any situation in leather work that using a laser cutter to cut out the part would not be advisable? Not that I am thinking of getting a laser. I might win one though someday. Not advisable? If you're like, if you're doing a very bespoke, custom, handcrafted business where everything is like hand stitched and that kind of stuff, you may not want to use a laser cutter, but you're gonna have to find the right clients for that to take advantage of that. So most people don't care or even know. Most people don't even know. So that's all I would say about that. And hand carved art always looks better. So if you're gonna engrave it, hand carved art always looks better. It just does. So if you're good at if you're good at it. If you're not good at it, then there you go. Like we're about to do some laser etching here. I'm just setting up my art. Sorry. Focusing on stuff. Okay, don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Where is Kira's? There we go. Next time I'll have this all show you guys. It's kind of silly that I'm not showing it off. What's the max weight leather you can cut with this laser cutter? This one, sorry if I'm getting late to your question, and hi there to Killer Elf as well. Also, TikTok's been cutting me off for some reason. I don't know why. It keeps saying I'm doing something bad. I don't know what that is. My laser cutter, I could probably do 16 ounces of leather, which is how many mil? I don't know if that helps, if mil helps you, but about 16. And then my other one, pushing it, can do 16 as well. The We Create Vision. So I have the Thunder Laser Bolt Pro 32 and the We Create Vision Pro 45. And the 32 is just dimensions on the Thunder, and the 45 is the wattage on the Vision. Dad the Berserker says, if you're making something that won't fit in the laser in a single cutting session, that could be quite challenging to line it up correctly. There you go. That's a good point as well. That's why I plan all that around my lasers now. But I really should make sure I keep planning it around a smaller bed. The Thunder Laser has a 32 by 20 inch cutting area, which is crazy. But if I start planning all my projects around a 30 by 22 inch cutting area, when I sell patterns for people, both laser cutter patterns and regular paper patterns, then they're going to be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I don't have a gigantic laser. Three-piece Shaggy Dad says, thank you. I've been looking into getting one to cut my leather. I've been wanting to build a cool armor set. I would, but no matter which way you go, if you're looking for a heavier leather, like I would go 10 ounce minimum for even costume armor. That's just how I am. I don't want my costume armor to look kind of floppy. But if you're looking for like SCA heavy armor, that's going upwards of 14, 15 ounces. So just keep that in mind. 40 watt is probably your minimum. 10 ounce, you could probably get away with a 20 watt. Not probably. You could get away with a 20 watt laser for a 10 ounce level for cutting. All right, here we go. 6.5 millimeter in. Now. No smell in here. This filter box is amazing. It's expensive, but it's amazing. Where is my... There we go. No. Ungroup. And yes, if you're looking at what I'm doing, I do waste a lot of leather. It's how I roll. All right. We're going to line this up. Oops. What are we doing? We're doing fill. Let's go crazy just for the hell of it. We're gonna put this at its max speed for the fill. I don't know if it'll be able to do anything significant at that, but we'll do a couple passes if so. Let's see. I'm gonna line it after. Yes, we'll line it after. Everything looks good. No air on the fill. All right, let's see how this goes. Hey, old drum, how you doing? It's going pretty fast. Mark says this takes it to a whole new level. Hell yeah, Mark. Hell yeah. Hey, Acorn Wizard. How are you doing? Heads up, anybody watching on TikTok, I'm streaming everywhere else as well. TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. And TikTok has been taking my stream down, and then I just put it back up. I don't know why it's taking it down. No idea. I'm being nice, TikTok. I'm being awesome over here. What's happening? I don't get it. Anyways, we're currently using my Thunder laser to engrave and cut out some armor. This is going at 2,000 millimeters a second, 100% power. It's a 55 watt RF laser, and I don't know. It looks good. I don't know how deep it'll be going at this speed, but we can always do a second pass. Not a big deal. We're flying. Oh, where's the parts that I just cut out? Parts. Need like I need 3 screens now. Whatever. Rocking a Thunder, very nice, says the Acorn Wizard. Thunder was nice enough to partner with me with a Bolt Pro 32. Then I got a filter box in here that is going, you can put it through its paces right now. Because cutting leather on a laser is awful. It's terrible. It's one of the worst things. But right now, I don't smell anything out of the ordinary other than like this smells because it's cut. Let's check in on going over there. Pretty good. Pretty fancy. Saving up to get one myself. The Acorn. Yeah, this is my first professional laser. I've had lots of other ones. Like I've had lots of diodes. I still have a weak rate Vision here. That's really good. I've used the X-Tool S1, the Vision Pro 45, the Vision 40, the Vision 20. Kind of became one of the laser YouTubers. And you want to know something? As much as it can be brutal to do yet another laser video, they do pay me in lasers and commission. You gotta find ways to make if you're gonna do social media, you gotta find ways to make some money on it, off it, unless you want to have a real job to go alongside with it. See, there it goes. Cut off again. Weird. But I'm just gonna keep doing this until they stop me. I don't understand the reasoning. Doesn't make any sense to me. Flying through that. You got me a weak rate laser after seeing your video and doing research. Awesome. So, as I tell everybody, there's a lot of people that weak rate, especially early on, people were getting upset because their support was terrible. It's gotten a lot better. So, my suggestions for anybody, my recommendations for anybody with a weak rate, which is the same thing I do all the time, is if you're not using it, put it in idle mode. Never put anything on top of it. Those are my 2 things for the Vision. If you're just watching me for the first time, I don't know who is. I sell Leathercraft patterns and Nordic, Celtic inspired art. So like I drew this, and it'll be in an art pack eventually, as well as in this armor pattern when I sell the armor pattern. I sell patterns in both SVG format for laser cutters, as well as PDF. I also have a Patreon where you can spend 15 bucks and get like usually 2 or 3 patterns and 2 art packs, maybe 1 art pack a month, as well as anything else I make. So you can go do that. Oh, thank you. I can't even see what that new follower. Maybe I should fix that sometime. But that's on Twitch. Hey, DadRock890. Welcome to the stream. So, oh, and you know, there's a few other things. If I'm making a pattern, sometimes I'll just make a random quick pattern on YouTube. Often it's a pouch because I can do pouches pretty quick. But if I do that, usually the people watching the video get the pattern for free. So there you go. Yeah, Dadrock, you got kicked out of TikTok because it shut down. Because that's like the 4th time it shut me down. I hope they don't ban my channel. I just don't like, they're not giving me any reason to not stream. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. I don't get it. But I'll just keep turning it on until they tell me what the hell the reason is. It's like a deep video. I work on these little bitties. Little bitties. Where was I? Oh yeah, I'm Dark Horse Workshop everywhere. I am on Twitch. I am on YouTube, primarily on YouTube. I started on YouTube. We're streaming on YouTube Shorts. We're streaming on YouTube Pants, which is horizontal. We just named it Pants. We're streaming on TikTok poorly because it keeps shutting me down, and we're streaming on Twitch. All with a very small amount of people, but that's okay. Because I have a very niche thing going on. How many people we got anyway? Over here on YouTube, we have 19 people watching the Pants stream and 2 on the Little Shorts stream. There you go. And on Twitch, we've got 6. And on TikTok, who knows, because they don't tell me, because that would be too much useful information for one day. I am able to download the art from email each month, but can't download the patterns. I'm download the email. Download the art from the email. Does Patreon send you an email? I don't even know what Patreon does anymore. If you ever have trouble, it should all be in one lump, but if you're having trouble, just message me and I'll help you out. I'll send it to you. They're all files. I don't know why I wouldn't just let you. You know, I don't get it. I don't quite get it. Yeah, that's a good idea, putting the art on the front and the back. Just more work, you know? Just more work. Only thing I'd say about it. But if you're doing something one-off for yourself, special, the invested time is always worth it. If TikTok's over here showing me something like do this or you will be destroyed. Yeah, really. I don't understand. Don't get it. I'm using Odin. OWDEN number 4. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's amazing. I used to think it was amazing, but I kind of really want to get like a custom super set of bevelers from a North American supplier. You know, spend a bunch of good money on some really nice bevelers. It's not terrible, but I feel like I need some special ones, you know? What's going on over here? Still going. Still going. I wonder if it has anything to do... Ron's tools. Is that a thing that I need to look up right now? All right. Oh. Ah, okay, Michael. It's weird that you can't download everything through that email. Ron's tool. I wonder if TikTok is turning off when I leave the view. Ron's tools. Oh, those are really pretty. Well, hello, Ron. Maybe you and I are going to be best of friends. Montana Edger. All right. Okay. Ron's tools it is. I should email myself so I don't forget, because otherwise I will totally forget. Ron. We'll be going with the Rons. It's almost done. Get close. Yes, it is almost done. Well, unless the engraving is not deep enough, because maybe I want to make it a little deeper. We will see. But if I want to make it deeper, I can't. I obviously can't take it out of the bed, because otherwise I'll screw up the position. So I'm going to check that out, and then we'll see if... Why is it still going? Interesting. Oh, I see what happened. Got a double layer on my... Okay, I'm glad I caught that. I'll see if it's off. I'm back, TikTok. Don't leave me. I'm here. Michael says, doing the Sheridan style of leather carving has been my goal to learn. I did a little tiny bit of that, then moved on to simpler shit. Custom set of Miller stamps. All 7 stamps have the same aggressive background pattern, but I had some unique for me shapes to make my one-hand tooling easier. Very cool, very cool. I'm glad you're making it work. That's awesome. So, this is hopefully nicely spaced. We'll see it. I think it might be time. It's a little missed spots. Yeah, I'll poke them up later. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it might be time for little drinky poo. Yes, it is. You should make a saddle for your crocheted horse. That is not a terrible idea. Not a terrible idea. Berry King as well. Okay, so this got a little more torched than I'd like. I gotta dial those settings in a little better. Maybe do more double passes with the Z-axis, like lowering of the bed or raising of the bed. Raising of the bed. Pretty good spot. Start in. Pretty good. Yep. Now I just need to decide on what I'm doing for coloring. And do I do that now? Sheets viewer here. I'm gonna shut down the laser. There we go. First successful prolonged leather cutting. Worked really well. On the filter box, I mean. I've done lots. I've done lots where I've stunk the shop up, you know? That's what I'm talking about. Where are we at for... Did they change something? Changed a little something on the layout of the stream stuff here. New managing moderators can support your channel in even more ways. Introducing managing moderators. These users have the same capabilities as standard moderators, but in addition, they can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live. If you don't stream for a month and a bit, and everybody changes everything. Oh, and look, and there's the ranking system of people's. Cool. Hey, I haven't done my other... Oh, what's this? Another thing. What is this? Engage with your audience. Schedule your live to switch to members only. That's new. So now there is a... That's a good idea. Now, I know there's a bunch of you that are... Most people aren't members, but... Oh, that's a lot of crap on my hand. I'm gonna wash my hands again. Well, that's a good idea to be able to do a regular stream and then switch it to a member's stream. So then I could just, I would just be doing extra streaming. I wouldn't cut this one short at all. One second, I'll wash my hands yet again. Of course, this channel isn't really big enough to need moderators. Occasionally, you guys are useful. Occasionally, this is a different view. They've changed things. They've added the chat into the Was it always there? I'm crazy. I don't know. We've been going for an hour and 23 minutes. Usually these streams are 2 hours, but maybe we do a little something extra. I'm in the forests. Oh, hey, cool to see you pop up on my feed and coming through at Culture Crawl. Oh, awesome. That's cool. Culture Crawl is the big art show here every November, and that's one of the reasons I haven't streamed in a while. It was like Culture Crawl and a bunch of art shows for my wife, and things just got a little crazy. Why can I not hear my music? Can I not hear anything? Oh, you guys probably hear that. I don't hear anything now. What happened to my buds? 1 second. Let's see if I can fix it. I tried to design a leather dog harness for our 87-pound, 1-year-old lab puppy, but I am apparently really good at designing squares. That's funny. What did I do to... What did I hit to not have any sound anymore? Properties. You guys obviously have music still, and you can hear me or everybody would be freaking out. What if I monitor this? Monitor. Monitor. Okay. So I just can't hear music for some reason. Oh, there, that fixed it. I just had to turn it off and on again. Have you tried unplugging it, sir, and plugging it back in? Have you... Oh, I should also wipe this down, because that's what got my hands all black. From the, char. Well, this time the Twitch has lasted the longest. I'm not Twitch, TikTok. Oh, I don't know what's... I don't know what's going on. Just as I said that, it ended. But, because I'm stubborn, just put it back on again. In your face, TikTok. In your face. We got about 30 minutes left. I've cut everything out. I don't want to really sand it and dye it because that's just a little awkward right now. What could I do? I could try drawing something. In 30 minutes drawing something? I don't know about that. Maybe I just wrap it up and move on to lovely Friday evening. You know what I'm saying? It was nice just to hang out. I want to do, I think going forward, as long as I have the open schedule. I kind of want to do more streams in general. I was a little worried about it for the longest time, but YouTube is so fucked. All social media is so fucked up right now with how content is being done. I don't think it really matters. I could do whatever I want on my channel. This makes no difference. I could play video games on my channel. It doesn't make any difference. So I might just stream more on everywhere. Stream more on everywhere. You know? So we've got half hour. Q&A. Anything else? Maybe something I could do? You guys have any suggestions? I'm always open to suggestions. I like having the collaborative stream. You know how it is. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna, because I'm sure other people have popped in since then, I'm gonna go over my recent thing that I've done. I've done stamps for fabric. These are some fabric stamps on my laser. We went over this earlier, but they're pretty cool, and they're pretty deep too. And then this one. Pretty awesome. I think I over-engineered it a little bit, but whatever. It's kind of good to have a little handle and have the design facing the way you want it. I think that's kind of a good idea, right? And then I can't remember who was in the chat who was like, hey, will that stamp leather? So we took this. Where did I throw it? In my pile of stuff. Here it is. And we did a test. And yes, it will. Inverted image, obviously, because of how this is cut. But that's pretty cool, hey? And we did that on my Vivor, my new Vivor press over in the corner here. Which I'm not going to bother getting. It's heavy, it's on Amazon. They've got a bunch of different sizes, if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Kind of cool. Yeah, anyways, catching back up. Michael says, do you have a dog harness pattern for a lab puppy that can pull a sleigh? He has pulled me off my feet twice so far. I do not. I've thought about doing a dog harness pattern. I'm just not sure the best way to do it. You know, I think it would just be a cool idea just to do one. I should bump that up my list of things to do. Like a badass one though. Like, you know. Something really cool. I think that'd be awesome. Today's stream brought to you by Talisman West Coast Pale Ale from Strange Fellows Brewing. Nothing tastes as strange as Strange Fellows. Probably a bad slogan. Probably a bad slogan. I've also been in contact with Northern Black, who, if you are interested in getting some cool Viking art books to help your art journey, they're going to send me a bunch to review and look at and go over on a video, in a video. And I did a video for them. Let's just open a page. Like there's two ravens, different styles, pretty cool. Really that one. I did a video for them when they were doing these Viking art tombs, but it was over COVID and things went a little sideways. But so instead, they've made a bunch of smaller books that are digestible. So if you're looking for cool Viking art books, Northern Black has Viking art books that are awesome. The Leather Saga says, I started leatherworking a year ago and learned so much from you and your videos. That's awesome. Thank you. That's great to be... It's always fun to be a small part of somebody's journey in whatever way. That's cool. Don't worry about my pinky in my ear. A little itchy. I kind of need some lotion in my ears too. Fuck. These buds are great, but also terrible. What else can I do as the stream has got 25 minutes or so left, and I really don't have anything to do? I could show, no, that's not really viable right now. I don't know, people. Maybe we just hang out and chat. Anybody actually working on anything right now? The Leather Sagas is like not work. Okay, fine. That is true. I could do not work, which means I'll just give people some not work. How's my... This isn't too bad for power. Yeah, we'll do that. Good idea. Good call. Good call. A belt order. Oh yeah, you were saying earlier you're still working on. The ears. Fucking ears. What do I need? Power. Where is it? Right here. But I don't lose it. I need power. I need my cable for the doodly-doo. Can you talk about the difference between wax string and say like wax canvas for sewing, or what you use? I use usually I use, where is it? Usually I use stuff that's not out where it should be. Where is it? Here it is. I use finely waxed polyester thread, usually, or Ritza thread, which is this from LONSDALE leather. Like, hide my face so it doesn't focus on me. This stuff. But as far as like details on what's best for what, I wouldn't overthink it. That's how I would say it. I've never even thought about it until you just mentioned it. That's how far into it I am. Haven't even thought about it.
Come on, get in there, buddy. Get in there.
All right, so this is gonna be one of those. If you guys want this for yourself to put on your projects, I will send it to you. We have very little time, so I'm just gonna draw a knot of some kind. Get a little charge going. Oh, I can't charge it because that's plugged in. It's gonna be very fast. Let's see here. Turn that off. Turn that off. Where's my... There we go, Procreate. Gallery. High res. Okay. I don't want to be a nipple head. I'm going to lower my... Scan. Just, you know, just a little. Viking anchor knot. The leather sagas. I'm trying to perfect Mammon style. It's hard. I've done one Mammon mask. They're pretty cool. That's for sure. And I do highly recommend. Crafting button. There. I do highly recommend a tablet if you want to improve your art skills. If you're not like a great artist, but you've got some skills, tablet. Watch my knees. Yeah, they're resting on leather right now. Hopefully I don't move too much and fuck them up. Alrighty then. Actually, let's push this away. Don't fuck anything up. There we go. There. All right then. do we want a mirrored knot, or do we want something more rando? Is it just a knot? Is it a serpent? I would draw an animal, but if you've been in any of my animal drawing streams, they're both amazing and hilarious because it takes me so long to do anything like that. My art skills are very focused. So, anyways, actually, I think I can raise this chair a little more. I think. Yeah. All right. Okay, we are going to draw, unless somebody says something. If TikTok shuts down again, that's probably it for TikTok. Not symmetrical. Okay. Let's just do something then. So I said anchor, not a beast. I don't know even how I would do an anchor off the top of my head. Thea says, I feel like a serpent would be pretty cool. That is true. We can, you know what? We'll just call it a serpent. We're gonna put this here. Why is this so weird? What's happening here? Is it just not heavy enough? That's better. Now you get to see my incredible chicken scratches and how I operate and how many times I can change this from what it's currently at. Don't like that already. Jesus, stop hopping around. More in here. Trust me, it will become something. It always does. But do I like where it's at? Nope, I don't. See? This is what it's going to be for the first little bit. That would have worked, but it just looks a little funny to me. Whoa. What's going on here? Is it my hands are... I had a glove. I don't know where the hell I put it. It was very handy. When I'm doing knots, I'm just trying to find balance and good distance between stuff and gradual angles. Unless everything is like this, where it's got this kind of crazy weird angle, I try and keep everything smooth, you know? I try my best. Hey, stop it. Oh, I don't know why it's stuttering around. I've never had that happen before. It might be just weird angle. Well, because I changed this, we can go right through here. We can do one of those with the... Right? Totally can. I feel serpent would be pretty cool. It might be your hand catching the screen. It for sure is, but I just don't remember it being so much... happening so much. We just need to find that glove, you know? So when I finish this, which will be the end of the stream, and if you want this, you can email me. You can use it on whatever you want to use it on, just not print. You could, well, lasers isn't print. You could laser this if you want, but like not T-shirts. This is about where I'm at with that kind of stuff. And that's all my art. All my art is, you can put it on all your cool projects and sell your projects, but no. This is a little tight over here. Better change this. I don't like where it's got 3, but I'll make it work. Chicken scratches. Might actually do a couple. This is just going to be pretty quick. I'm not super excited about this so far, but I'm kind of committed to it now. How can I fix the stuff I don't like? This is chaos here. If there's 1, 2, 3 things crossing, it just gets weird looking. What if I did this? What if this came out? Oh, that's gotta... No, don't like it. Don't like that part. Might be your hand. My favorite aspect of Viking art is that it fills the space it occupies organically. Yeah, for sure. You know what? I'm just gonna have to go with this how it is. And just figure it out. Kind of weird. Could I do something else with his head or neck? Putting it like that makes it feel a little better. I could also do this and just tuck this in a bit more. It just feels kind of disconnected, you know? Yeah, that feels better. Well, TikTok died on me. Fuck it, I'm doing it again. Fuck you, TikTok. You won't get the best of me. I refuse. I refuse to go down without a fight. I should almost do a sketch every stream, just because it would help my art skills. Be a good idea. Definitely not just a serpent or not like an actual thing, but man, it takes so long. What about this? What if I do a... It's a time, there's a countdown clock. I've got to draw something significant in that time. Man, that would be... You certainly would move on from stuff pretty quickly. You'd be like, yeah, that's fine, we're moving on. Here we go. Next. Next. Over, under. You do a crow flapping in the new year. I love crows. Now it becomes chaos. It's like, what is happening here? 1, 2. Does that just have to be the over? I guess that does. Okay. There's 2? Yeah. We're gonna just do this. Chaos at the intersection. But now I've got some other problems as far as over-unders go, and I gotta solve them. Which is always fun. Like this here. Like what's going on there? Figure it out. Under, over. I think I might. What time is it? Might do the members stream test. See how it goes. See how it works. Maybe do some more drawing. Alright, how am I going to do that? Over, under, over, under, over. Then it's supposed to go under there. I knew that was... See, I knew it was going to be a problem. I didn't listen to myself. Alright, we're going to fix it. We are going to fix it. Right now. Where's my beer? What do I see to fix this? 3 cannot just go over each other. That's just craziness. So I need to move the... I need to move this kind of, don't I? Don't I have to deal with... Oh, that's not even the right going. If I could get this up here... branch it off up here, and then that would remove it from that crossover. Kind of. Even if I could just get it to here before it comes back in. I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll see what happens. It may do nothing useful. Or it might be amazing. You know? How's my voice when I'm talking down into my pad? burps. I feel like this. I also might not like this, but. Add a shoulder on the top loop down through. Add a shoulder on the top loop down. I don't really like adding arms and stuff to this, but yeah, that's not a bad idea. I wish I hadn't missed it. But. It's not terrible. Does that actually fix it? Is the question. Then that can go under this. Right? Did I just over? Yeah, under. Over, under, over, under. Under. Under, that's not right. Over, under. Oh, that's gotta be over. That's interesting. Here. That could be better. Everybody's so quiet, even me. Oops. A little sloppy. A lot sloppy. Well, we got all the knots right now. That's a good bit. At least I think we do. I think we do. I think we do. Michael says, I suddenly remembered my New Year's resolution for this year. Not talk so much. So I am sitting here listening. Nice. My son asked me to take him to work. Roads are complete crap, shit, ice covered, and it's -5. Yuck. You know, that turned out a little better than I thought it would. It's not as cool as I was hoping, but it's pretty cool. I think I'll put some line work on it, a little extra stuff. Let's take this down a little bit. Let's add a layer. Just start adding some bits here. I also need to clean it up, but not yet. Even this is weird compared to this. What's going on here, buddy? Don't overthink it. The Leather Saga says, looks great. Now are you going to shade it or fill with Nordic basket weave? I've never even heard of Nordic basket weave, honestly. What I'm gonna do is fix all this shit. Do these lines. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The triangles. Never heard it referred to that as that. Oops. Oh my god. Fix it one way, fuck it up the other way. Right? Oh my god, my shoulder is not happy. Let's go, shoulder. Boom. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Nice. Not too bad. What's going on with this, but I refuse to give up on TikTok. As silly as TikTok's being, I refuse. And then often I'll just do another layer and Change studio pants. And I might play around with. No, I don't like that as much on it with the lines already there. I think I'm gonna take that out. The lines aren't there, it looks better. And we're talking about the Nordic basket weave, you're talking about this kind of like this stuff. I think. Along those lines. Maybe. I like that stuff. I do a lot. Oops. Fix and fuck up, fix and fuck up, fix and fuck up. Pretty simple. Well, not pretty simple, crazy simple. But that's fine. Alright. If you want this simple little knot, you can email me, or you can screen capture it right now if you want. You can email me. Oh, Jesus. So that is the stream for today. But I'm going to do a test for that member stream. So I'm going to go over and do a little testy-poo. Thanks, Hoof and Horn. Appreciate it. Streaming here, streaming to YouTube, Twitch, all that stuff. Yeah, if you want it, email me, info@darkhorseworkshop.com. You can use it in all your projects. No t-shirts. It's a pretty simple little knot. But, yeah. And I'm going to shut down the other streams and move to members and see what happens. Just because I've never done it before. But appreciate all of you. Thank you for stopping in. And I know it was a while between streams. I apologize. I'm going to try and change that going forward. I need a little more structure to stream. Like, I usually am like, oh, what am I going to do? It was the same today, but we seem to get by okay, right? And lots of new faces, and I appreciate all of you. So, let's see. Bye to Twitch. Bye to TikTok. And now we've got shorts and pants here. Let's see what happens. Where is it? Where's the button? Where's the big button? Here it is. Members only live stream. All channel members starts now, this would be good. One minute until members only. You'll be redirected automatically. 1 minute. We got a countdown. We got to see what happens. So then we know. Now it's probably redirects us to a new stream. I would think. But we're gonna find out. That's for sure. I almost don't need StreamerBot anymore. shut down all my windows here. Alright, let's see what happens. You're welcome for the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate all of you.